connected.
Today on Race Day, a Midsummer Night's Dream, high speeds and drama in Thunder Valley.
A lot of cars banged up, battered, and bruised at Bristol. You could chalk it up to short track racing, or like others, you could point the finger at Dale Earnhardt. We'll talk to him coming up. To Jeff Taylor at Pikes Peak.
Bob, what you see right there is the Colorado Rockies here in Colorado Springs, where this afternoon the IRL is set to do 200 miles. I'll have a preview in just a few minutes. Now here's Rick Benjamin in Milwaukee.
We're live at the Milwaukee Mile. 200 miles of ASA competition coming up live here on TNN this afternoon. We'll talk to a master of the mile coming up.
And the NHRA getting set for the big go. We'll preview the U.S. Nationals. And the Pennzoil World of Outlaws out on the West Coast. Do you know the way to San Jose? The dirt's flying. It's Sunday, August 29th, 1999. This is Race Day.
Slow car right, and Earnhardt is right on his back bumper.
Let's see what strategy he pulls. No, Labonte is sideways but wins the race. Crashes. Who could forget that, huh? 1995, the high banks at Bristol, and it was Terry Labonte who won that race. Deja vu almost last night, but Labonte didn't win. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Hogwood, in for Rick Benjamin. Now, if you think Winston Cup Racing could use a dose of excitement this year, you couldn't ask for a better shot in the arm than a nighttime trip to Bristol Motor Speedway, the Goodies 500. The event, which Tony Stewart says is like putting 43 cars into a blender and hitting puree. Stewart was on the pole last night, but it is Rusty Wallace punching the go button, jumping to the lead on lap one. 2 trips around the Bristol half mile. Robert Presley rubbing fenders with Ken Schrader. Presley hard into the wall. Back to green. Stewart wants the lead, pulling right up on Rusty's bumper. Stewart to the point, 26 laps in. Jeff Gordon on the move as well. Same lap, dropping Wallace to third. What about the points leader? Dale Jarrett starting 25th up to 17th after getting by Brett Bodine. Then tragedy. Jarrett gets down on the apron, loses the handle on the Quality Care Taurus, slides back up the track right in front of Bill Elliott. Elliott Sadler, Bobby Hamilton, Jerry Mayfield also feeling the hurt. A few laps later, Jarrett has more trouble with Jerry Nadeau. Subbing for Ernie Irvin, Nadeau spins the 88 in the inside wall. Nadeau gets a 2-lap penalty, while Jarrett's crew thrashes to replace a rear-end housing. One of the hottest teams going lately is the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. Bobby Labonte just won Michigan. He's 5th at the Cross Flags in his backup car, just past halfway, and Gordon's the new leader. He and Mark Martin beating Stewart out of the pits, following a David Green spin. Rusty Wallace's run from the outside goes south on lap 279. Flat tire drops him 2 laps down. Lady Luck shining on Stewart, though. He cuts a tire just as Kenny Irwin and Nadeau touch off this lap 296 accident. Stewart gets new rubber under caution. Terry Labonte stays out, picks up the lead with Dale Earnhardt right behind in second place. Over 100 laps to go, and Earnhardt decides it's time for the 3-car to show the way. Goes around Labonte on the high side and into first. Earnhardt's lead vanishes with Dave Marcus brought out the caution. Dale loses 2 positions despite having to pit on the back pits. That's at the stage for a Bristol finish they'll be talking about for years to come. Labonte, only 11 laps to go when Mayfield spins. Terry slows for the caution. He gets drilled by Darrell Waltrip. Earnhardt to the lead. Now Terry hit the pits for new tires on the restart. He's chewing up cars like there is no tomorrow. 2 laps to go. Labonte passes Earnhardt. Victory Lane, the next stop for the 5-car. But on the last lap, Earnhardt gives Labonte the Bristol bump. Terry comes around again. Dale dives low into the lead with Jimmy Spencer emerging from the smoke in second place. Dale Earnhardt takes the checkers, winning the Goodies 500, his 73rd career Winston Cup win. There you see it is Earnhardt, Jimmy Spencer, Ricky Rudd, Jeff Gordon, Stewart. Wow, it is quite a race at Thunder Valley last night. As you can see, Kenny Wallace comes home 11th, Darrell Waltrip 14th, Nemechek 19th, Jerry Nadeau 20th, Rick Maff, Mike Skinner home in 23rd, Chad Little is 30th, Steve Park 31st, looking through the top 40 there. John Andretti 40th, got in some trouble. Robert Presley, the first car out, he is 43rd. Well, it was quite a shootout last night at Bristol Motor Speedway. It sort of reminds you of that classic last lap duel between Dale Earnhardt and Terry Labonte that we showed you a moment ago back in 1995. Now, after the action, our Bob Dillner caught up with the now 9-time Bristol winner.
Hey, this is kind of like a little deja vu, only this time it's Dale Earnhardt and Victory Lane instead of Terry Labonte. Dale, give me the play-by-play of the last couple of laps.
Well, it's a good race really all night. We really had a deficit from pitting on the back straightaway. We would go in the pits on, running 5th or 6th, and we'd end up coming out 10th or 11th because of the front straightaway pit. And we just sort of raced with it behind all night long. And then at the end, Terry and I was up front racing each other and had a good race going all night long and for the last part of the race. And Terry got spun by the 66 there, and he got tires. The 20 and the 24 didn't get tires. If we'd have pitted and got tires, we'd have been back behind them, really. So we probably did the right thing by staying out and just trying to race them for everything we could. And usually when there's a green flag, 5 to go, it gets exciting and somebody wrecks. So I just hate it was Terry. Terry and I raced through 3 and 4, got together a little bit, and I got in one hot and was going to get back under him or rattle him a little bit or something, and definitely didn't mean to spin him, but it happened, and I hate it. But we raced hard and really surprised to win a race from the back straightaway here at Bristol. It's really tough pitting like we do.
Dale, you say you didn't mean it. Terry says you never mean it.
Well, I know how he feels. I mean, I expect him to be upset, and like I said, I hate that happen, but what can you say? I mean, I can't take it back now, and just have to go on.
What will you say to him when you see him next week at Darlington?
Well, we just have to talk about it, or you have to punch me out or do something. I don't know, but Terry's an awful good racer, and we've raced hard all over the years, and we'll go after it, and I'm sure he'll race me hard from here on.
A little classic Earnhardt the past couple of weeks, too. This team is on track.
Well, we're racing hard, and the guys are doing a great job. This is the car we had at Indianapolis, and we felt like it would run good here, and sure enough, it did.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Dale Earnhardt with 2 wins this year, his first multi-win season in 3 years.
All right, thanks a lot, Bob Dillner. Key event this race day, the Indy Racing League back for the 2nd run of the year at Pikes Peak International Raceway. The Colorado 200 later this afternoon. It is the 8th event of the 10-race IRL season, and the championship battle's really tight. 3 drivers, including the defending series champion, is in the hunt. Well, Race Day's Jeff Taylor joins us now from Colorado Springs. Greg Ray's been on a tear this summer, Jeff.
Mike, heading into the final 3 races of the IRL season, a classic battle is shaping up between Scott Goodyear and Greg Ray for the points championship. Today's 200-mile event here at Pikes Peak could go a long way in determining who comes out on top. Scott Goodyear has led the points race since winning at Texas on June 12th. Since then, he's had 3 consecutive finishes outside the top 10, including a 12th place finish here at Pikes Peak 3 races ago.
Well, the key thing for us, we have to finish. We've had some mechanical situations, and points lead has really shrunk over the last few races. Colorado here last time, we didn't run that well, but we tested it here since then. I think we got a good handle on the car.
As for his counterpart in the points race, Greg Ray, he's been tough on the 1-mile tracks, winning 2 of the 4 races. One of those coming here at Pikes Peak back in June. That string of success has got him on the heels of Scott Goodyear.
We sat on pole here, led the most laps, and won the race here. So, we know we have a good setup here. We know we have a good baseline. A lot of teams have been testing since then. It's still going to be really competitive. And, I'm not thinking about the points lead, and I'm not really thinking about the championship right now. I'm just thinking about going out and doing the best possible job I can do this weekend.
While a lot of attention has been on Goodyear and Ray, 10 other drivers are within 53 points.